If there is anything we can all agree on, it's that the backrooms are terrifying. You no-clip out of reality and you fall into a liminal space. A place devoid of life or exits. Trying to escape is futile. And no matter how you cut the proverbial cake, you're not gonna make the cut and you're gonna die. So what exactly makes the backroom so scary? There's a few reasons. So join me on this journey to discover what makes the backrooms so terrifying. Nobody truly wants to be alone, especially in a giant, deserted landscape. This is where the backrooms shine more than any other reason I'll mention today. The mere thought of being all alone with nobody around to help me scares me to my core. To make matters worse than it already is, almost every backrooms level has an entity which will kill you. It's like being stuck in a haunted house, but the only difference is the hallways are never ending and there is no escape. Have a look at this level. It feels so nostalgic, yet eerie, right? There's nobody around, but it depicts an office space where there should be people running around, answering phones and working on computers. The only running that will take place here is you running for your life. It's an in-between space where nobody can come and help you, no matter how hard or how much you scream. There are no exits, unless you count the doorway into the next level as an exit out of the previous level. Sure, there is an exit, but not in the conventional way we interpret what an exit is. When you look at this image, what do you think of? To me, it looks like a library, near closing time of course. If you thought the same, you are correct. But in the Backrooms universe, this library never opens nor does it close. It's a mix of both. It's always open and closed. This entity roams its shelves, and if I'm being honest, I don't think seeking knowledge is worth your life. Just saying.
That's a real quick no.
What about this image? What do you see? Do you see your average neighborhood late at night? Well, nobody lives here, and nobody ever will either. These images strike a sense of nostalgia and familiarity in all of us, and this is our second reason why the Backrooms are so terrifying. It feeds on our memories and turns it into something creepy and twisted. It turns everyday scenes and places into a horror fest, pinning your own mind against you, scaring you, and then ending you. You don't know what hides behind the next corner, and you don't know if you will still be alive 10 minutes from now. You can be walking, trying to figure out where you are, when something jumps out from behind you, front of you, trying to kill you. This entity, for an example, can be found on level 0, and you won't know he is there until it's too late, when he comes charging at you, making some sort of screaming noise. Weird and freaky. Another reason why the Backrooms are so terrifying is that we know absolutely nothing about it scientifically. We don't know how it formed, why it formed, or for how long it's existed. Even if we could study it somehow and find out all its secrets and story, it's a mission and a million to get into a place. Get it? Get it? Mission and a half. Oh, I felt like a genius there for a second. Anyways, you have to no-clip in the right areas, which is already hard in itself, because you have to look all around you for areas that classify as candidate clipping spots. These include walls that are darker than the rest around it, or places that feel creepy or weirdly electric. I was gonna add falling down stairs to the list, But you would have to be a complete maniac to do this. Even if you had 2 kahuna sets on your torso, it's not a guarantee it will land you in the backrooms. I don't think there is a way to fully understand or comprehend the backrooms, seeing how it's so mysterious. Like, how did this place come to exist? How was it created? Is life on Earth a matrix and this space the real world? What are all these creatures that you find on these levels? Were they once human? If so, how did they turn into these abominations? Are they aliens? If so, how did they end up in the backrooms and why? How did they know about it? There are so many questions and so little answers. This is another reason why the backrooms are so scary. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and a word of advice to all of you folks. If you ever find yourself in the backrooms, calm down, sit down, and patiently wait for death, cause it is just around the corner.